My friends, we have to come out of this room tonight with energy. We have to leave this room tonight ready to engage our neighbors and our friends and explain to them why Mikey Sherrill has to be our next governor. There's too much to say. Now, there's going to be a few speeches because it's a political rally. It can't be an official political rally unless there's a few speeches. We hope everyone stays awake. We are surrounded by wonderful people, and that means all of you in this audience. You know, this country is in an odd place at the moment with how people are talking to each other and how people are thinking. We as New Jersey Democrats are a different breed than others. We're straight talking people. No bullshit. That's allowed to be the case. And I want to say to all of you, because I had the rare privilege, when I say rare privilege, I can speak from a certain place. I served in the General Assembly alongside of Jack Ciattarelli. No. And I want to tell you that the Jack Ciattarelli I know does not feel like the Jack Ciattarelli who's running for governor. Something's changed. That often can happen. And we collectively have got to pay attention because all of us are very distracted. After all, it's football season. The Eagles are playing. The Phillies occasionally win a baseball game. But these distractions, and plus let's not forget the soap opera out of Washington. Did any of you ever think we lived to see this day? And that's why we have to work a little harder, because their game is one of distraction. Look over here, don't look over there. Don't ask me about the Epstein files, because I just invaded Los Angeles, so let's talk about that. So we have to be smart, and we have to hold them accountable to the topics that matter to New Jersey and its families. Mikey Sherrill's the person to do that. I'm going to save some strong comments for her introduction. Now, people have said to me, well, we don't see enough of her. But let me say this in her defense. I'm looking at Heather Simmons, she understands campaigns. And having been attached to Steve Sweeney in the primary, I understand campaigns top to bottom. And by the way, Steve Sweeney was the first person to call Mikey Sherrill and congratulate her on the primary win. That's not an easy phone call to make, but that was the right phone call to make, because that's how we in South Jersey as Democrats were raised. We fight the fight. If everything's fair, we congratulate the winner. We hope it's us, obviously. But Mikey Sherrill is our candidate, and she is a person that we are comfortable with. And as people have said, well, we don't get to see enough of her. This is a very big state. As small as it is, it's very big. So the fact that we have her tonight is an important moment. So you get to talk to her. Because I'm telling you, you're going to find when you get to visit with her, you're going to be comfortable. She is a person that you can talk to, that you will know when you're talking to her that she's listening. That's a good thing. The other side's a different place. It's just a different place. So we collectively have got to get it right. There is no margin for error in this one. Everyone tells you this is the most important election. They're all important. They all mean something from top to bottom, from governor to the assembly. Because by the way, you see what's happened in Washington, where otherwise people we consider to be smart have kowtowed to direction that you would never think they would agree to. The risk of losing the General Assembly to the Republican Party in this state is something we have to take very seriously. And that cannot be allowed to happen because it's important that there is a check and balance in government. And I'm not saying we're conceding that there's going to be a different party in the governor's office. I'm not saying that at all. Because my friends, we're not leaving here tonight with the idea that we're not winning. We're leaving here tonight with it being resolved that we're going to win. And we're going to do this hands-on, the old-fashioned way. We're going to talk to each other. Now, we got to line up the speakers. And by the way, I didn't introduce myself. I'm John Burzichelli. I am the senator of the third legislative district. Thank you, Tim. I'm looking at Tim Alexander. Tim Alexander runs for something every year. Tim took a year off to help Mikey get elected this year, by the way. Tim, thank you, by the way. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. So we're going to hear from some people. And then, yeah, as we work to the end, then we're going to hear from Mikey. But I want you to start to get in the frame of mind. We got to get her propped up. Not that she is not propped up. We got to get her understanding that it's okay for her to be on the offense. That we got her back. That she needs to answer. That she needs to answer the bullshit that's being said about her. Yes. The nonsense that's being portrayed about her just isn't true. This isn't true. I mean, yeah, they say about graduation. They felt so strong that they gave her a helicopter. That's a big deal. You know how much those helicopters cost? They don't give that to anybody. And her husband, they want to drag him in. You know what his job was in the Navy? Intelligence. You know what kind of background check you have to pass for intelligence? It says everything. So, we're going to deal with that when we introduce her. It's going to be a lot of fun with introduction. And we're going to hear from her. But in the meantime, I got to make some introductions. Otherwise, I don't get paid. And you know, it's a very lucrative assignment. God, that coffee is good. All right, let me get my glasses on. I don't want to miss anybody. By the way, this is a very, very good looking crowd. I mean it. We got you packed in here so tight, I'm a little bit concerned about 9 months from now. Am I allowed to say that? Folks, it's just going to go on like this. Now, let me introduce some very important people. Now, they're making their way in. They're here. They may be here, not here, but they're people expected to be here, and there are people. Let me start by recognizing the Mayor of Salem City, Jody Ballard. Jody, are you here? If you're not here, wave. Our two chairmen, because this event is spanning 2 counties, both Salem County and Cumberland County. Cumberland County Chair Kevin McCabe. Hello, Kevin, you're off to the side. Along with the Chair of Salem County, friend for so many years, this is Kevin. Steve Calabbiano. Hello, Chairman. The Chairman from Cape May County, Marie Bliston-Macon. Is Marie here? Soon. I'm told Marie will be here soon. We'll know when she's here because Marie brings a swirl of energy wherever she is. We'll recognize her. I was going to say Cumberland Commissioner Bob Austino, but I'm actually going to ask him to come up for the greeting for Cumberland County, so Bob will come up shortly. Deputy Mayor Carney Point, a friend for many years, Pat Lava. Hello, Pat. Welcome. Cumberland Laurel Councilwoman Sylvia Catano. Colna. I got the Colna part right. Are you here? Not here. She'll be here, by the way. Certainly here in spirit. How about the Mayor of Pensgrove, Mayor Medina, Londo? Mayor, are you here? She will not be here. Anjanette is here. Is the President of the Council. Hello, Anjanette. Welcome. And for those who understand the political business that we're in, and my friends, it is a business. When I say business, we're in the marketing business, we're in the sales business, we're in the communication business, we're trying to get people's attention. Very complicated. But there's no single person in South Jersey that has a higher standing and respect among all in the work that we do as running campaigns than Karen Elkis, who's here. Karen, where are you at? Where's Karen? You should have said the place was on fire, but it got here sooner. All right, folks. We're going to hear from some people. Everyone's remarks are going to ask that they stay to 2 minutes. We're on the bigger standard. 2 minutes are done. Sir, it is a good standard to work with. So was that good? I just asked Tim Maggie, was that as good as bad? He said that standard may not quite be enough. All right. Let's start with our host county, which is Cumberland County. This is a wonderful place. Please welcome Commissioner Bob Austino for a greeting. Bob, come on up here.
I want to welcome everybody here to our county. Those who are from Cumberland County, thank you for coming out, spending your Saturday evening with us. This is great. The turnout is fantastic here. I'm really impressed. And as the senator was saying, this is an important election. And everybody here knows that. Everybody here is going to be voting Democrat. So everybody in here's job to get your friends, neighbors, relatives, everybody to come out and vote for us. We got to stop this nonsense that's going on in our government. We don't need it to spread into New Jersey, do we? So take the time, take the effort, get out there, talk to everybody, twist her arm, whatever it takes, get them to vote Democrat. We need it. She's not here yet, but I want to welcome Mikey when she does get here. Thank you, and God bless all of you.
Thank you very much. Also the former sheriff of Cumberland County for many years. You know, I asked, before I sat to this podium and stood up here, I asked the manager of this place, you want me to change the light bulbs while I'm here? Now, let's move on to some of the fine candidates we have. These are important people. How's that? Any better? Okay. And this will move quickly, folks, but I think it's helpful for you to hear from you, because we become one through this. It's very important. And these are not going to be long speeches. These are just so you can see who someone is attached to the name. Doesn't feel very natural. Rachel, where's your mind? All right, we're going to start with the home county. Let's welcome our commissioner candidates for Cumberland County, Yolanda Garcia-Balicki and John Capizzoli. Please welcome.
Latina, attorney, and candidate for Cumberland County. And as we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, couldn't happen at a better time, but ¡Viva la herencia hispana! We celebrate the culture, strength, and contributions of our Latino community, a community that continues to shape the future of New Jersey and has an important voice in every election. I'm running to bring responsible leadership back to our county. Leadership that listens, plans wisely, and puts people first. I want to give a special shout out to a couple of people, a couple of groups. A shout out to the Latino Ladies Caucus. I also want to thank the PBA Local 105 and Local 326, law enforcement officers. My husband, I think, is the oldest one at 326. I'm proud to stand with our law enforcement officers, correctional staff, and first responders, firefighters who serve with courage and commitment. Personal for me. I am the proud granddaughter, daughter, and wife of a correction officer. I know the sacrifice, the strength, and the pride that comes with wearing that uniform. I will always fight for better working conditions, fair treatment, and respect for those who serve. I've spent 33 years in state government, and then another 10 years as an attorney in private practice, and I stand firmly with our unions, our veterans, our teachers, including my own son and daughter-in-law who are teachers. You're amazing. You know the dedication it takes to shape young minds, and I will always fight for our schools and the professionals to make them strive. Your benefits, your unions, your pensions, that's all important for the work that you do. I'm proud to support Mikey Sherrill as our next governor of New Jersey. Mikey in 2019 during the Day of Action in Washington, D.C. when she was a freshman congresswoman. She's a fellow lawyer, former prosecutor, and her integrity and commitment to public service were clear then, and they're even stronger now. And now, Mikey is a gubernatorial candidate for my state, the great state of New Jersey, and she will make a great governor. Supported by the South Jersey Coalition, that group has been amazing out doing all kinds of work. There's been a million-hour grassroots. They are protesters galore. They are amazing, and I enjoy watching them and being there with them. So come on, Democrats, let's get the vote out. I'm proud to be a part of this ticket that has so many women on this ticket this year.
As you can see, Yolanda is the brains and the beauty of the operation here. But I want to welcome everybody to my hometown, Vineland, New Jersey. Who is voting for Mikey Sherrill in this room? I know I am very happy to see my NJEA members here on the t-shirt. The best part of this right now is looking out in the crowd and seeing this diverse room. Men, women, black, white, brown, Asian. I'm sure there's rich, there's poor. We're all in this room. Yeah. We're all fighting this together. So all we're asking you, matter of fact, who's from Cumberland County in here? Make some noise. If you're from Salem County, make some noise. How about Gloucester County? Somewhere else in New Jersey. We're represented all over the state. We need to get Mikey Sherrill pushed over the line. All right? Everybody tonight, do your job. Call your friends, call your family members, and let's get her elected. Column A, Cumberland County, all the way.
That was really good, by the way. That was really good. We have quality candidates in all slots. Now, let's bring up next, I'm moving down the list here, for Salem County Commissioner candidate. This is a very, very close friend of mine, a good person, but put his name on the ballot on numerous occasions just to make sure we were in the right place. Please welcome Nelson Carney Jr., candidate for Commissioner of Salem County.
Good afternoon, fellow Democrats. John said I got 2 minutes until Mike Jordan. I don't last that long. So. I'm Nelson Carney Jr., from Salem County Commissioner. I am a proud parent of 7 children and grandchildren. Been married 30 years to my bride. I'm a Salem City School employee. I'm NJEA. I see a lot of NJEA. I'm going to leave with a few words. We have to get out and vote. This election is important. The orange man in the White House said the other day, he hates Democrats. So we got to prove to him and the rest of the Republicans how much they hate Democrats. We'll show them. We love Republicans. We love to beat them. So again, are we fired up? Let's get fired up. When we leave here tonight, let's go vote. Get people to vote. Every race, creed, and tongue. Again, let's get fired up.
Nelson, really, really good words. That's the message, by the way. We got to get focused. I mean that sincerely to all of us. Because remember, we're distracted people. That's the way it is. Look at my iPhone. I'm on it all the time. We're working here. I'm on the iPhone. It's hard. Well, that's the way it is. So we have to fight through that. And that's why hearing from people who are asking you to support them is not a bad thing. And we leave here, I'm telling you, we have to leave this room as if we're a locker room. We have to leave it with energy, heading to the field of competition, because we are in competition. They are trying to shape a narrative in New Jersey that doesn't fit here. This is the message that they are sending. Lowering income taxes for the wealthy, that's not the way the state is. Taking money out of public schools and moving it into other places, that's not what New Jersey is. So we have to continually, as we think about this evening, we have to think about that. Because remember, if they achieve a majority in the assembly and grab the governor's office, it becomes complicated. First of all, it's always complicated anyway, but we don't need that complication. So now, please welcome to the microphone another friend, because you know, you get to know people as you get through this, and you make relationships because it means something. Please welcome the candidate for surrogate for Salem County, the Mayor of Woodstown, Joe Heil.
It's great to be here amongst so many Democrats as we gear up for the November election. We have to get it done. We have to get it done for you and me. We have to get it done for our children. My daughter, 12-year-old Savannah, we have to get it done. I see my good friend Heather Simmons, who's working hard in the assembly to get them better. Every man in this room, if you have a sister, if you have a daughter, if you have a wife, if you came from a mother, you should be supporting. I'm Joe Hiles, the Mayor of Woodstown, and I'm running for Salem County Surrogate because I'm tired of losing to Republicans. I want to bring to that office energy, compassion, and dedication to service. These were ideals that were instilled in me by my parents, my loving mother, Joy. These are traits that I learned growing up in the fire service for 30 years, serving our nation in the military, Army Reserve. My sister in arms, Mikey Sherrill, as we take those values that we learned in the military service and we take care of our own. We need you to take care of your own. We need you on election day to lift us all up from the bottom of the ticket all the way up to the top of the ticket. A message to your local towns, a message to your county seats, a message to Trenton, and a message to that orange man in Washington. If you're not from Salem County, I beg for your good vibes and prayers that we get this done in my race for Salem County Surrogate. Thank you.
So that was really good.
It was under 2 minutes.
It was under 2 minutes. Is it warm in this room or am I having a hot day? My running mate Heather Simmons has educated me on a lot of things. So when I'm warm, I think about why I'm having a hot flash or I'm having a hot flash. All right, let's start the pace. Now the next two I'm going to introduce, I have a special affection for Carolyn Rush because she is just not afraid to be engaged. She is not afraid to swim upstream. She is not afraid to challenge the status quo, even if it comes at her expense from time to time. I find her to be a sincere and dear person, and she needs to be respected for that. And she, along with Carolyn Sabo, are on the ballot for the Assembly in the 1st District. Please welcome
that we are all going to be voting for Mikey Sherrill. How many of you listened to the debate the other night? And are you educators here pissed off about what Jack said? Yeah, we're not 12 in anything. We are the best state in so many different ways, and education is just one of them. We have the best laws for women, and we need to keep it that way. We need to make sure that women will always be able to make choices about their own bodies. And we also need to make sure that the LGBTQ community can make choices about their own bodies as well. governor's office. She's going to need a lot of help. And I and Carol want to make sure that we are there in the assembly with her to help her get her agenda passed. We know that we need some work here. Even though we are a good state, we need to keep it that way. I saw a survey from Everytown for gun safety that said we are 49th in the number of gun violence incidents. That's great. That is wonderful. We want to keep it that way. We have great gun safety legislation. There are a couple areas where we need to improve. We need to get more energy going. We need more energy in the grid so that we can match the demand. Mikey is going to make that happen. I will work with her as an assemblywoman to make sure that that happens. And I will work with her on anything else that is important to the people of New Jersey. I love you guys, and I can't wait to represent you.
My name is Carolyn Rush, and I am running to serve District 1 as a member of the Assembly. I am so honored to share the ballot with some other formidable women, namely Mikey Sherrill, Carolyn Rush, our commissioner candidate in King County, Eric Morey, is doing a great job getting out there as the only Democrat. I am totally jazzed by being here in a room full of NJEA members. I'm a proud NJREA member. I appreciate all the support of our public worker unions. I hope to get out there and advocate with Mikey, with Carolyn in the Assembly, turn back these seats that have been held by Republicans for 6 years, turn them back to the Democrats where they belong, and get there and help work towards health care for everyone. Health care is a right. Affordable health care and not have those retiree rights taken away from you. I'm there to make sure that New Jersey's public education remains number one in the country. Create a balanced approach to energy production in this district. Solar, nuclear, wind, all of the clean environment for the next generations. Again, I'm privileged to serve. I'm privileged to be with you. And thank you so much. Thanks for the energy.
I think everyone has done really, really well. You know, look at this room and realize that as involved as this campaign is, he clearly put the 4 chairs. Well, apparently couldn't afford air conditioning either. And frankly, the cost of coffee could have been a little more adjusted. No, that won't help. All right. Now, we're moving now to LD8, which is a very competitive district for us, trying to get an incumbent return. And I'm hoping, is Anthony here tonight? I want to make sure, Anthony, thank you. We're really happy to welcome from the race in Legislative District 8, Anthony Angelo to come speak to us, because that is a critical district for us. We have this chance to pick up this seat, which will help our strength in South Jersey in the General Assembly as we move forward. We need bodies. Anthony, come talk to us. Anthony.
Everybody, like the senator said, my name is Anthony Angelosi. I'm proud to be your Democratic nominee in LD8. Before I say anything else, I want to give a huge shout out to 2 people in this crowd who have allowed me to run the campaign that I've run. That's my wife Tracy and my daughter Juliana. I don't know if you all realize this, but when somebody runs for office, their whole family runs for office. And if any of you all have experienced that, you will understand, right? So, let me tell you about my background. All right, I'm a little bit of an atypical state legislative candidate. I'm a 10th grade history teacher in the Hamilton School District. Not only that, but I'm my local union president. I represent the 400 members. Not only that, I work part-time for the NJA, where I get to pay my NJA, you got my back up here? So guys, I ran... Yo! Come on! Okay guys, so here's my story. Okay, 2 years ago, I ran for the General Assembly in LD1. The reason why they chose me is that no Democrat had won that district in 50 years. Andrea and I ran, we had no support, no attention. You know, it's hard raising money. So we did what we do best. We knocked on as many doors as we could. Everywhere, every door. Democrats and affiliates didn't matter. So what we did was we shocked the world. And my running mate Andrea was the first Democrat to get elected in LD1 in 50 years. This year we're coming for more. The Republican incumbent in LD1 his name is Mike Therese. He's a MAGA Republican. He hangs out with Donald Trump, golfs with him on the weekends. Mike Therese's got a gun. And I've been campaigning and knocking on doors since March. I'm proud to tell you all that tomorrow I will hit my 6,000th door as a candidate. I'm also proud to say that in LD1 we have knocked 6,000 doors for Mikey Sherrill. So guys, here's my message for you. This is the time to turn off CNN, turn off NBC, close down your Facebook. None of that is going to help Dems win. What we need is for us to get active and show people. Guys, there are people out there that don't know there's an election in 5 weeks. Our votes. And I'm not joking. Unless we get out there and get FaceTime with them, we are not going to be successful and Mikey's not going to win. Right? I've knocked 6,000 doors. But imagine if everybody in this room said, I'll knock my 50 or 100. Let's do it. Let's do it. Our political system is not a spectator sport. Be the result you want. Get out there, do some work, and let's celebrate our election night. See you all.
How about that energy? How about that very basic message, which is the theme of this evening? Anthony, very well done, by the way. 6,000 doors is a lot of doors. I never knocked on 6,000 doors.
You're not going to 600 doors.
Yeah, I wasn't up at 5 in the morning. By the way, I have knocked on a lot of doors. And let me tell you the advantage for candidates to knock on doors, and they will tell you this. It's because you get to hear from people and what they're thinking. You know, we're surrounded by professionals. God knows we pay them all. We got pollsters, we got this one, we got that one. If I were Jack Ciattarelli, I could go on for 20 minutes talking about the professionals in politics. They don't know anything. They're like stockbrokers. They invest their money until there's no more money. They're not experts. But what is expert about the process is when you listen to your neighbors. They will tell you. They will tell you what's on their mind. And then that's what you're supposed to run with, because they're looking for representatives to go to Trenton, to go to the county seat, to help them, to get the message across. That's reasonable. That's who we are. You heard that in Anthony's tone. Now, we slide down the line here. This is a particular pleasure for me, so I take some personal privilege at this moment. I'm about to introduce the two candidates who are my legislative partners in the 3rd Legislative District. Dave and Heather, come on up as I introduce you. And I will tell you that the success these two have had as freshman legislators is unparalleled. But equal to our friends in the 4th District who will come up as well. Because in Southern New Jersey, it's important we work as a collective unit and as a team, because we're working against other numbers. And by the way, they're not people that dislike us. They're just people whose attention we have to get. So we have to work just a little bit harder. And Heather and Dave have done that. And if there were ever two people deserving of re-election, who I can tell all of you, because this is a mixed audience, and by the way, we represent a little bit of Cumberland, all of Salem, and a lot of Gloucester County. If there's any two people I can tell you, looking you straight in the eye and saying to you, these are people you can trust. These are people you can trust. Because I know their efforts. So please welcome to the microphone. I guess we'll start with Heather and Dave. You'll hear from both of them. My friends, these are people we have to send back to Trenton.
Good evening, fellow Democrats. My name
Assemblywoman Heather Simmons.
I'm Assemblyman Dave Bailey.
And we get it. We get what it's like to feel like you're not being listened to, like you're not being heard. We understand what it's like when Trenton does what Trenton wants and South Jersey gets left behind. We know what it felt like in 2021 when we lost the Senate president, when we lost all of the assembly people, when we lost people at the county level, Democrats, good people who get it. Good people who are our voices at the county level, our voices at the state level. We get it. We understand what it means not to be heard. Do we want that to happen again? No! Ladies and gentlemen, in 2019, I received a living donor kidney transplant. I know what it's like to feel scared, to deal with a catastrophic illness, to feel alone and left behind. I decided at that time, even though I had worked for 12 years as a county commissioner, that I could do more because I got through it healthier on the other side, while I watched people around me suffer and not have the same outcomes as I've had. Do we want that to happen for the people around us? No! Are the Republicans set up to make sure that the people who need more get more? No! Are the Democrats ready to do that? Yes! Are you ready to do that? Yes! Are you ready to make sure that for the next 38 days we don't leave one rock unturned? Yes! Because I tell you, friends, there are 3 seconds left in the game, and the opponent is about to kick a field goal, and I'm Jordan Davis! Will be continued to be heard in Trenton. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Used to be this way when I had to follow my father was talking. Now I got to follow him. My friends, it is so great to be in South Jersey tonight and see South Jersey show up for the next governor. And it is great to see my friends from Salem County showing up tonight. Let's hear you, Salem County. That's right, I'm Dave Bailey, and I was born and raised in Salem County. I raised my family in Salem County. I run a nonprofit called Rancho Hope, a faith-based organization where we serve children and families throughout the state for over 61 years in the state of New Jersey. And I am proud to be from South Jersey. But I'm here tonight, like you, because you showed up 2 years ago to allow Heather and I to represent you in the General Assembly. I'm here tonight because as Democrats, we care about the working families of New Jersey. I'm here tonight because as Democrats, we stood up to the big utility companies that were taking money out of our pockets and our hard-earned paychecks each and every month. I'm here tonight because we represent as Democrats the real values of South Jersey. And now it's time to show up again. We need you to show up again. And that is why Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill is here tonight. If you come out this November, then our local, our county, and all of our assembly candidates are here tonight. We will carry the line and we will win. If you show up in November, Heather and I will be back representing 3rd Legislative District and doing all the great things that we have seen done already. If South Jersey shows up, Mikey Sherrill will be the next governor of the state of New Jersey. We're so honored to be with you all tonight, our friends. God bless and God bless America. Thank you.
I want to tell you, if you're traveling across the country and you have a chance to stay in the Ramada, I would vouch for the value of culture. Now here's how we're going to do this. We're going to hear from our friends in the 4th District, and they are our partners. and then we're going to take a very, very short break. And then we're going to bring, because Carlos McConnell's going to come up with a brief word of welcome. And then we're going to bring on the next governor of the state of New Jersey. And I want to say this, because this is very important. Please do not leave, because here's what this evening means for us collectively. We need Mikey Sherrill to know that we're here. We need her to know that when she is the governor, we're here. She needs to know when she's governor that we help get her there. That is fair. That's how this works. She needs to know that she has allies. She needs to know that we have her back, especially under these attacks from the old Richard Nixon playbook of all the president's men and all the bullshit that's going on. She needs to know who our friends are, because when it comes time that we have to ask for a little bit of help, she's got to say, remember that. They were there, they were there. They were there when I was under fire. They stayed with me when there were questions. By the way, there are no questions. Now, please welcome to the microphone our friends in the 4th District. I say our friends because the 3rd and 4th District, because of the close proximity, work on a daily basis. Please welcome Dan Hutchinson, Cody Miller for the 4th Burzichelli. Good evening. My name is Assemblyman Dan Hutchinson. Thank you very much for coming here and supporting Mikey Sherrill. Who here got the anchor? Who here got the anchor check? Who here expects to get the anchor check? Who here expects to get an NJ stay SK? Your property tax got your share. If Ciattarelli is elected, you will not get the anchor check next year. You will not have stay NJ next year. Plain and simple. You care about those programs, you get out, you vote. You tell everybody you know, vote. Up the road in Buena Vista, there was a Cranberry Run. Anybody familiar with Cranberry Run? Mobile Home Park. We walked in 2023, Cody and I. We were told that they were raising the lot rents 10% a year or more. Cody and I dropped the bill, the governor signed it. You can't raise it more than 3.5% per year now. That's our seniors. That's our children. Cody and I will do that with the help of Mikey Sherrill. We have to support her. I'm telling you right now, if Mikey doesn't win, we're going to have in Jersey what they're doing in Texas. We don't want this. It's important. You have to get out. You have to help. Knock on doors. Make calls. We've got your back in South Jersey.
To be here tonight in South Jersey. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Democrats have delivered for New Jerseyans when it comes to the anchor program, tax relief, stay NJ, record funding for education. That's what you can expect from Governor Mikey Sherrill, and that's why we're fighting. I am so encouraged to see over the last week the negative attack ads that are going after someone who served this country honorably. He has reached the lows of the lows, and we see that with Donald Trump because he has aligned himself with him. Governor Jack Ciattarelli, you know what he'll do? He'll raise your sales tax by 10% and give tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires. That's what he wants to do. He called the Anchor and State New Jersey program, he called them gimmicks. I don't know about you. Property tax relief for New Jerseyans are not gimmicks at all. Let's talk about education and what we fought for to get funding for our schools. Governor Jack Ciattarelli, he will cut that funding, just like they've done on the federal level. We've gotten funding to provide assistance for students that are struggling to afford their meals. Health care for New Jerseyans. Guess what? If Jack gets in, we're going to see more severe cuts. There is a stark difference in this election, and that's why we have to get Mikey Sherrill elected, because we know that she's going to fight for average New Jerseyans every single day, and that's what we as Democrats, that's who we fight for. We fight for the little guy. When they punch us and kick us like we're seeing on the federal level, we fight back. Are we going to fight back? Are we going to That's what I'm talking about.
Sorry, folks, I'm waiting for my cue off stage. By the way, before we're going to take a very short break. please do not leave. Let me catch a little fresh air if you choose to. Both bars are open, there's past bars, the weather is great. We can afford the winter, couldn't afford the share. But I want to recognize the clerk of Cumberland County, who I served with in General Assembly. By the way, Celeste has done a wonderful job, and she is a dear friend. Now, we're going to take a very short break. We're expecting Mikey to arrive. She's on schedule. She'll be here. So, take a break, mingle a little bit, talk to each other. We're coming back. We're going to hear from her. And my friends, we're going to leave this room with inspiration. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Enjoy each other's company. Drink a cup of coffee.